Here on this channel, unlike the mainstream media, we like to follow up on those stories that have apparently shaped the narrative, the MSM say, and they're bringing you the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But in a recent couple of weeks of our brand new government over here, the Labour Party, now pensioners have found that they've had their heating allowance snatched away by this woman, Rachel Reeves, even though apparently she was so moved by a story told to her by a pensioner about her hands turning purple with the cold. She vowed this was never going to happen under her watch. And as like all people who are very wealthy and of course suddenly get power, they become megalomaniacs, and Rachel couldn't wait to snatch away the pensioners' only benefit this coming winter. But it's interesting, she's not the only one. Let me explain. Good to see you. Thanks so much as ever for taking the time out to join me today. This particular story, let me cast your mind back, you will remember. This, of course, is Elsie. Elsie was interviewed by ITV's flagship breakfast show, Good Morning Britain. And in a spectacular coup, apparently, by the head of that particular, breakfast team, Susanna Reid, on over £1.2 million a year, she did an exclusive interview with the then Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Boris Johnson, inside Number 10. So proud was Susanna of this interview that in fact she was hoping to pick up an award. Sadly, that didn't happen. But moving forward, she told the story of Elsie, who was so cold she had to spend her days literally on the bus just to keep warm. Could have brought a tear to anybody's eye. But you see, the bottom line is, then Susanna went on and literally went on radio and talked about the terrible situation that Elsie was facing. And you could have thought, well, this is all very noble, suddenly, very much behind the cause. Then, as I told you previously, Elsie disappeared into thin air. We contacted ITV, Good Morning Britain, nobody ever responded. And Susanna Reid, I've mentioned this on social media, nothing. Now, one might suggest, of course, this is a story in the plethora of many, and they just simply move on to the next thing. But this was apparently a vital story that was instrumental, some might say, in bringing down that particular government. Moving forward, you see, Susanna has time to post about her brand new haircut, what she's wearing every day, and of course the fun giggly things that happen behind the scenes with her co-presenter, the wife of the current Home Secretary, Ed Cooper, or Ed Balls, depending on which one the staff decide to call him. You get the picture. So moving forward, some might suggest, well, she's got time to do that. Couldn't she simply update her legions of fans onto how or what's happened to Elsie? Is she coping? Will Susanna be riding on the bus with her this coming winter just to keep her company? Either way, I'm sure everybody would like to know. A little bit like why Rachel Reeves, the current Chancellor of the Exchequer, and I use that phrase very prominently, well, what's she doing about the pensioners who she's now going to be leaving freezing after promising not to do the same? It's always interesting to revisit stories, I'm sure you'll agree. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.